Whoa. Hey guys. All right, settle down now. Welcome to Capital Area School for the Arts, 11th graduation ceremony. My name is Carmelo Alvarez. I've been attending CASA as a theater student since my sophomore year. Before my time at CASA, I was enrolled in an online school for my late middle school years, and again my freshman year like everyone else. But I was already used to the format when COVID rolled around. After being away from live-taught education for so long, I found it hard to reintegrate into a school setting, and it took me a little while to acclimate. But I think if I ended up going anywhere else, I would have had a much harder time doing so. CASA provided me with an opportunity with a community of people who made it easy for me to open up and feel like I can be my true and authentic self. CASA has teachers who not only supported me in ways I needed most, but encouraged me to be the very best version of myself that I can be. And I give my thanks to those who have been in my corner doing so. Can we give a round of applause for the teachers? Through my middle school years, I always felt like something was missing from my education. More so that the environments I was exposed to were harmful to my creative and educational development. I had these dreams of what I wanted my academic experience to be, but always felt like they were too far-flung and unobtainable. But when I came here, I knew that it wasn't an impossible dream, although it did come with its challenges. I started out in this school not knowing a thing about theater. It was a foreign concept to me that I was eager yet scared of being tossed into. Looking back onto the time I've spent learning about it, I don't know who I'd be without it. Theater allowed me to open up and gain a level of confidence within myself that I never thought possible. It has benefited me greatly, especially in my day-to-day life. If it wasn't for Ms. Callan's teachings, I don't know if I'd even be able to give this speech today. I remember at the end of junior year, she gave each and every one of her students a word on a slip of paper that reminded her of us. The word she gave me was valiant, a word that means to possess or act with bravery or boldness, to be courageous. She believed that I had the capacity to fulfill that meaning. And to this day and on, I strive to live up to that word and far exceed it. Over these past few years, as I've grown in my art and within myself, I've had the absolute pleasure of watching others around me do the same. The potential in my classmates has never been a doubt in my mind, but seeing how far that potential has grown in this small blip of time is extraordinary. If there's ever a doubt in any of your minds, that there's not a person out there who's not rooting for your success, look to those who have gotten you here, the teachers who have pushed you to be better, the friends who have come and gone and that have supported your growth and talents. Also look into yourself. Think of the person you used to be and look at yourself now. Just imagine how proud of your younger self would be. I believe that valiant is a word that we all, as artists and as people, can strive to achieve and supersede. I believe with the potential each and every one of us has, we can and will achieve great things as long as we put in the hard work. And it will be hard. But not living up to this potential and taking the easy way out will just be letting ourselves down. I promise you that. The future is daunting. The next step into the future can be scary, but everything has an end. If not, nothing would ever start. You have to feel satisfied in the present to find comfort in the beginning of the next stage. Take hold of your future and mold it to be what you want it to be. Just make sure to make it a good one. Thank you. Yeah. I know, right? I cook with that. So now we ask those of you who are able to stand for our national anthem, sung by Adriana Chavez, Shannon Sophia Halkias, and Donovan Van Gerpen, members of the class of 2024's graduating seniors in our music department.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. We now welcome to the stage CASA's interim CEO, Dr. Bruner.
Good evening, and welcome to Capital Area School for the Arts' 11th Annual Commencement Ceremony. My name is Rhonda Bruner, and I'm honored to serve as the interim CEO at CASA. I'd like to extend a special warm welcome to CASA parents and families, faculty and staff, the CASA Board of Trustees and Foundation Board, and the stars of tonight's main event, CASA's graduating class of 2024. This evening's commencement ceremony is heavily focused on the voice of our senior students. I marvel not only at the remarkable talent of our students, but also at their grit, determination, and perseverance. Seniors were invited to submit speeches for consideration to be included in the ceremony. Tonight, you will hear from several of them. In order to accommodate their time on stage, I will keep my remarks brief. When I learned that CASA's mascot was the chameleon, I was struck by the uniqueness of the choice and then began to consider the connection and fit. A school's mascot is symbolic of who they want to be and represent. To be a chameleon, you must be able to quickly adapt to changing situations, people, and environments. Mani Rakra said that humans who are referred to as chameleons often possess the skills of agility, empathy, and transparency. CASA seniors are agile, quickly changing focus in response to shifts in their environment. Our students enter CASA from approximately 30 different school districts, so they quickly learn to adapt to a new school with new expectations and norms and new friend groups and peers. Our graduating seniors had the added challenge of navigating the effects of COVID and associated restrictions in their early high school career, so they've had to manage multiple changes and adjustments. CASA seniors are empathetic and adapt to their environments with cultural sensitivity and openness to new ideas and thoughts. CASA is a safe place where students are free to be themselves. CASA students are kind, caring, and supportive of one another. Finally, CASA seniors strive to be transparent communicators, stating clear thoughts and intentions. In CASA's supportive, academic, and creative environment, teachers encourage students to communicate and create through their words, their voice, and their art. A quote on one classroom wall states, "Speak your mind even if your voice shakes." Seniors, as you prepare for life outside the CASA walls, don't forget your roots here. I've met several CASA alumni over the past few months, and they refer to themselves as CASA kids. You are CASA kids. I encourage you to become active in the newly formed CASA Alumni Association. Get to know your fellow CASA kids, your CASA extended family. In closing, I challenge you to use your talents for the greater good. Make a positive impact on the world, and don't forget to create yourself, CASA chameleons. Next, I would like to welcome our first senior speaker, Guinevere Greist.
Hello, everyone. To those in my graduating class, congratulations, we made it. And to those who are here in support of the CASA graduating class of 2024, hello. My name is Guinevere Greist, and for as long as I can remember, I've dreamt of this moment. Freedom, moving away, growing up. But now, as I stand here today, I'm scared. As I look around, everything as I know it is changing. But everybody join me in a deep breath. In and out. Some things here are the same. The stage, it's familiar. There's so many beautiful productions we've created as a class on this stage. Mr. Corman is familiar, a friendly face. He's probably stressing that one of the camcorders aren't recording audio. Miss Flood is most definitely somewhere crying and probably wondering how even in my graduation speech, I'm still losing focus. And yet, with all the familiarity, I'm still feeling a similar fear to the one I felt freshman year, walking into the Strawberry Square Mall, confused, lost, and nervous. I've heard many high school students claim that school is a waste of time and that they don't learn anything valuable from it. And while sophomore me, reading the Iliad in English, might agree, I now look back at my education and think about all the important skills and characteristics I have gained. Mr. Corman teaches film, but he has also taught me about consistency and professionalism. Miss Flood teaches English, but she has taught me that where you start out in life is not where you have to end up. Generational change is possible. I have learned from Miss Leonard how to be adaptable and how to listen to those around me. She has also taught me that Viking music exists. While in the school setting, I was not only learning from my teachers, but my peers as well. Caleb Pettingale has exemplified how to be a friend to many. Charlotte Phillips has taught me to not be embarrassed to have fun. And Shannon Sophia Halkias has taught me that it's important to be civil and polite, even if you disagree with someone. CASA has also given many students the opportunity to gain mentors outside of the school setting. One I gained within my years is Dante Strange. He taught me and many others how to control our nerves before getting up on a stage using a warm-up called I Feel So Good. I now encourage everybody to stand and join me in this warm-up if you would like. You too. Okay. I'm gonna say the words, and then you guys will say them with me, okay? I'll give you directions and prompts in between. The words go, oh, I feel so good, like, I knew I would, oh, I feel so good. Okay, you guys ready? Okay. Oh, I feel so good, like, I knew I would, oh, I feel so good. Say it to a neighbor. Oh, I feel so good, like, I knew I would. Oh, I feel so good. Say it to someone behind you. Oh, I feel so good like I knew I would. Oh, I feel so good. Say it quiet. Oh, I feel so good like I knew I would. Oh, I feel so good. Say it a little bit quieter. Oh, I feel so good like I knew I would. Oh, I feel so good. Mouth the words. Explode! Oh, I feel so good like I knew I would. Oh, I feel so good. Now hold that energy. You guys can sit. Please hold that energy. Keep that energy as you enter this next phase in your life. Even though it can be scary, it can also be exciting. So yes, reciting the Pythagorean theorem may never be relevant to certain people's lives after graduation, unless you're John Ames, who will most definitely be working at NASA. However, the skills, friendships, mentors, and connections we all have gained, I hope will carry with us into our next chapters. As Ms. Flood would say, good talk, let's do it again. Congratulations to my fellow graduates. We made it. Now we will hear from our next student speaker, Amari Melendez.
Hi, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, family, faculty, and my fellow classmates, before I begin, I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who came out today, and an extreme congratulations to every student sitting in this room. I'm standing up here today with so many emotions. It's crazy to even think that 4 years ago, we all came in as one, confused on what would happen and not knowing whether we would be in person or virtual the next day, to now graduating together. This feeling is so surreal. I remember walking in freshman year with no idea on how I was going to be dancing with other people while still being 6 feet apart. Little did I know they had 4 neon-colored squares ready for us to be able to dance in. Seeing our growth and how much we learned that whole year was absolutely incredible. Overcoming so many challenges and learning how to be flexible with difficult situations that get thrown at us are lessons that I will forever be grateful CASA taught me. Coming from a family where graduating from high school was something that almost never happened, I'm blessed to be standing here today, about to walk the stage with amazing people doing something that many people in today's world don't get the opportunity to do. So much has changed throughout the years, and even though this year started out rough for all of us, it's amazing to see how much our hard work has paid off. So many tears, so many laughs, and so many amazing memories we all share together. It's crazy to think that we're officially done. It has been a long ride, but it's been worth the wait. Thank you to every teacher and staff member that has helped me through this journey of mine. I couldn't have done it without you. I will forever cherish every opportunity that CASA has given to me. With that being said, I'm extremely proud of each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you all. And always remember to be kind, be great, be you, and have a great day, CASA Chameleons. Thank you. And our next speaker is Frida Musa.
Hi, everyone. I'm really blind, so please bear with me. Anyways. Oh, thank you. Okay. I remember being in 3rd grade, dozing off, doodling on the side of my desk with a permanent marker and whatnot, when my teacher, Mrs. Rule, suddenly started calculating my class's graduation date on the board. The big, bold number 2024. She definitely did it to make us fearful of the future so that we'd get up and get all of our crap together then, but I was in awe. The number felt distant, surreal, and almost mystical, a time when the world would undeniably be vastly different. But at just 8 years old, I didn't have such articulated thoughts yet. I was just capable enough to realize I'd be 18, and that sounded completely absurd. Naturally, I envisioned myself at the grand age of 18, twice the age that I was. I saw myself married with 5 children, residing on top of a hill adorned with orchids, which we would joyfully gather every spring. I imagined visiting my parents' graves, who are still very much alive, planting the flowers that we had picked up on their resting places. But anyways, I was so mistaken. I had naively assumed that I'd have life figured out by then, or at least be on a predetermined path, knowing my future aspirations or my goals. Yet reality has proven otherwise. I am not married, nor do I have children, and I'm not planning on it. I struggle to even tolerate being alone with one for more than 10 minutes. And there's no grand white house on top of a hill, not even a driver's permit. So there's really no certainty about what lies ahead. And my parents, they're still very much alive, thankfully. But younger me held the misconception, blah, 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 that we had to be ready. Society imposes the notion that at 18 we are adults, witnessing the transition from innocence to the complexities of life. We're taught to believe our fragments of youth are meant to remain in the past, no longer relevant. But anyways, back to my teacher. She kept stressing how it was closer than we thought, and how if she were our age, she wouldn't be slacking off like we were. And I remember her saying, "If you guys do not get your act together now, you will end up like me." And all of my classmates proceeded to groan and dramatically shriek. But I couldn't take it seriously. It felt like an eternity away. Me barely able to tie my own shoes or distinguish between and A. I can't do that to this day, but I'm just gonna pretend like I can. But anyways, I didn't think I'd have to worry about being 18 or graduating just yet. But one day, a few months ago perhaps, I sat in the passenger seat of my mom's car, and looking out her window, I noticed that the other drivers looked more like me than her. Their faces were soft and youthful, and the songs they blasted were the same ones booming through my headphones. And then those drivers were suddenly my best friends, the ones I had seen fall down flights of stairs or get in trouble from throwing papers at one another in the back of the classroom. They were driving. From there, everything just happened. People stopped sugarcoating things. My mother started telling me the hard truths about life along with my teachers. And my teachers were no longer villainous, strict, authoritative figures. They became relatable, humorous people with their own lives, experiences, goals, and beliefs. They were like us, once clueless, ambitious, and full of doubt, questioning and rebellious. 9-year-old me would have flipped knowing I'd relate to a lot of middle-aged women, but I did so much to the point that I became a teacher's assistant because I now had the experience to be wise. Maybe not wise, but situationally informed, because I've been here for 4 years, okay? But it felt so surreal, realizing the freshmen looked up with me with the same splendor, the same awe that I did with the past seniors. It told me that it really is our time. But that does not mean we have to be ready. I felt so behind, and I still feel so behind. I wasn't ready to say goodbye to my ways of life, doing stupid things just for the thrill of it, and I was so scared that everyone around me was, and that it was just me. But then I just looked around and noticed my friends. God, they weren't really the brightest of the bunch, were they? Tossing fries across the cafeteria to silence other tables, even though ours was just as loud, or learning JoJo Siwa's dance choreography for literally no reason, building fairy houses whenever we were taken outside, or almost exploding in anger whenever Miss Brown didn't allow them to climb up trees. You know who you are. Anyways. and sneaking candy into the classrooms even though we weren't hungry, just 1 week ago. It wasn't that long ago. Their antics were a comfort. We were still young, still foolish, still our mother's children. But the notion still stood that no matter what happened, the day was coming. Today was coming. And I'd see the little kids groaning behind me in my elementary school classroom, Amori, Jayshawn, Carmelo, and Denai Worcester walk across the stage. It happened so fast, I couldn't pinpoint when they grew up. They just did. It's intriguing how here they are with aspirations of becoming actors, animators, creators, when they were once little kids stuffing their mouths with Play-Doh. Yeah, the one that's laughing really loudly is guilty of doing exactly that. Oh my God, anyways. I'm not ready to say goodbye to all of you yet, especially those familiar faces I've known since our early years when your smiles were hideous because of your missing teeth. So I'll simply say, until we meet again, whether it's through planned reunions, chance encounters, or even just a memory surfacing in my mind. Regardless of how we cross paths, whether it's a vivid recollection or a passing glance, you will always hold a place in my thoughts. Thank you, and good luck. Now, I would like to introduce the next student speaker, Willow Pelosi.
Hey guys! OMG, I'm nervous. I'm a theater kid, but I don't public speak. Okay. Hi. My name is Willow Pelosi. I study theater, and I'm here to talk about CASA, specifically how CASA changed the outcome of my life. Oh, story time. Okay, so picture this. You are me, freshman year, right? You're ready for high school then. Uh-oh, COVID. Womp womp. Now, I won't sit here and yap about how COVID was awful, as we all lived through it and know the experience. I went through a lot of changes during that time. My parents split. Hi, Mom and Dad. I was hitting high school, and I had recently found out I was disabled. This is also when I started using my first mobility aid. I didn't know what I would do with my life or even what I could do with my life at that point. I tried to do the whole hybrid thing, but ended up going fully online because of heavy ableism at the school I was attending. So I am online, right? No, picture me, but 4 years younger. And I'm online, right? Barely passing my classes, struggling to keep above water, going from doctor's appointments, physical therapy, normal therapy, you know how it is. It was a rough time for me. During this time, I was also diagnosed with ADHD, a double whammy, I know. So, skipping over the sad parts of freshman year, so it ended, right? Passed with crawling colors. Get it? Because people usually say flying colors, and so if you're crawling, it would be like the... Ha 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 ha! I then moved from Iowa to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, about 30 minutes from here. While all the other kids were going back to school, I did an extra year of online school for my sophomore year. Immune system, yap, yap. I actually did very well my sophomore year, and it's definitely not because of how easy it was to cheat online. I still didn't know what I wanted to do yet. I found some interest in acting, but online school I had no way to pursue it. Until, drum roll, there we go. I Googled performing arts schools near me, accepting students. Search, CASA came up, looked at the reviews, pretty good. pretty good. And so that's when I found CASA. After a messy audition with unexpected tears, stress, and rough monologues, I got in. I like to think it was destined to happen no matter what because of the work I've been able to do here at CASA. My first day of school was when I met my biggest inspiration, Miss Callan. Hi. Hi. Went through junior year, had some bumps in the road. I was out of school for over a month, and about to get sad, guys. I was out of school for about a month and decided I didn't want to continue with anything ever again. Not acting, not education, nothing. I stopped trying, and it was a very scary time for me. I had never not tried before. I honestly don't know where I'd be without CASA and Miss Callan. They noticed my struggles and got me the help I needed, the help I didn't want but got given anyway. After my absence, my return was nothing but lovely. CASA saved my life. Miss Callan saved my life. Acting saved my life. Womp womp, guys. Dear Lord. Then senior year came. Hooray. I was with Miss Callan 6 periods out of the day. Lucky her. I know. She might say differently. And I have, of course, had ups and downs, but I've had an amazing senior year. I was able to participate in all the fun activities. I even performed with my mobility aids for the first time, which is something I never thought I could do. We can also thank Miss Callan for that one. I thought my body and brain would win this fight of career and passion, but it didn't. I overcame it, thanks to CASA. I am now graduating, as you can see. Applause for me. And I'm going to the New York Conservatory for the Dramatic Arts this fall to pursue a theater performance degree. You flatter me. I wanted to be representation I didn't see when I wanted to be an actor. I want people to know it's possible because with the right people and help and mentor and surroundings, it is possible. I never thought I'd be able to live my dreams or overcome my challenges or even make it past high school. I am so eternally grateful for CASA and all it has given me, the lifelong friends and connections with teachers, the Harrisburg theater community. Hi, Rachel Landon. The Harrisburg theater community CASA has connected me to, the opportunity to learn new things outside the curriculum, like musical theater and experimental theater, and for always supporting me from my personal theater endeavors to just me as a person. Thank you, CASA. Thank you for making me one of CASA's outcomes. And as I said to Miss Callan almost every day, don't miss me too much. Okay, now get ready to cheer really hard. Our next speaker, Jenna Rhodes.
I'm not this tall. Well, hi. Okay. Hello, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jenna. And for those of you who do know me, you probably know I hate change. Like, big time, it's bad. So you can imagine the end of my 8th grade year, right? I was terrified of high school. I asked every person I knew who had been to high school what it was like. Was it scary? What were the lockers like? How did those work? Was it hard? Do you think I'm gonna be okay? The thought of leaving my tiny little school and moving to high school was something I couldn't even begin to wrap my head around. And then tack on a global pandemic, because why not? And suddenly, I lost the last few months I had of middle school, and disappointment doesn't begin to describe how sad I felt. I was scared, and now I had to figure out how to not only navigate high school, but I had to do it online, 6 feet apart. Well, turns out I did figure it out. I took every history class CASA offered. I helped plan 3 successful proms, and I hope I created a strong enough student council that will continue our legacy. It took me until the last day of my freshman year to realize that my classmates and I could actually be friends as we were playing a game of Uno in Miss Cole's room. I built some pretty incredible friendships off of that day, and they're some of my closest friends today. I went to the Renaissance Fair, and I survived reading Catcher in the Rye, and I even got to dance in the woods. I've been able to do so many wonderful things over these past 4 years at CASA. Now, remember how I don't like change, right? Well, I spent the last 4 years trying to figure out how high school works, and I did. And then we got to this year, where we faced so many challenges. But we took each challenge and change in stride, and we continued to grow and learn. And I'm so grateful for those who have stepped up and become an incredible part of my journey. This year we faced many losses, and they shook us more than we could have anticipated. Again, I felt like I was repeating my 8th grade year with the world around me falling apart. I had no control over it, and that was even scarier. But there are 2 people who did everything in their power to make sure we had the best senior year possible. First, Miss Flood, or I guess it's Kowalik now. Miss Flood liked to push us out of our comfort zones. And for 2 years, I had first period with Miss Flood, which meant a bunch of high school kids having existential crises over books. These conversations formed the beginnings of my first friendships, and these people in my English class, my freshman year, are my best friends. The class of 2024 is special for many reasons, but I think the best is that Ms. Flood moved up with us, and we are the only class to have had her for all 4 years. Now, these losses that we talked about, one of them was Miss Christ, who we're very grateful is here with us tonight. Not only did she teach math, but she was also the advisor of student council. In her absence, Ms. Flood took over in the midst of planning her own wedding and helped us plan our prom. I cannot begin to imagine how much time she put into planning, but she worked just as hard as Ms. Christ would have, and she pulled off prom with us. Her drive to give the seniors an amazing night is something I will always be grateful for. So, freshman meet. Lesson learned. Even when the world feels like it's falling apart, there's always going to be people who love you enough to do whatever it takes to make it more than okay. Thank you for everything you've given us over the past 4 years, Ms. Flood. Those big changes I talked about earlier, well, some of those were changes in the administration at CASA. Now, luckily for us, our social studies teacher, Mrs. Leonard, recently received her principal certification earlier this year. Unluckily for me, this woman is not only my AP teacher, but she's also my mentor. I have been fortunate enough to work by her side as a social studies intern this whole year. As you can imagine, losing her in this role was challenging and scary because change. I've learned so much from Ms. Leonard as her intern. I learned about creating engaging lessons and thoughtful assessments. But more importantly, I learned that change can be a good thing. No matter how scary it may be, there's something good that can come from it. On her last day of teaching U.S. government, she took the time to explain to the underclassmen why she decided to take on the principal position. In summary, she said that CASA needs a principal, and she is stepping up to do what she needs to help the people and the school that she loves. I think it's safe to say that Ms. Leonard changed my life. Her lessons taught me to look beyond the common story and ask, whose history do we really tell? Beyond that, she pushed me to look at inequities in the world around me and the systems that continue to affect our society today. Just ask me about millage rates or Obergefell v. Hodges. Both are topics I studied my freshman year and passionately carry with me today. Miss Leonard changed how I view the world around me, and she's inspired me to be the change I want to see. This school and every class I've had with Miss Leonard has given me a purpose bigger than myself, and I'm so excited to see what I can do with my future. So, 8th grade Jenna, yes, high school is hard, and it definitely can be scary at times, but I promise you, you were okay. You figured it out a little every day, and along the way, you found people who love you, care about you, and they will do what it takes to make it all worthwhile. You found your passion and purpose in life, and even though change is still scary, sometimes you can get pretty amazing things from it. If I could take anything away from my senior year, it would be that change puts us where we need to be. So, my fellow graduates, as we step into the next chapters of our lives, filled with endless and unknowable changes, I hope that you are all brave enough to face those changes with love and not fear. And now, I would like to introduce our next student speaker, Denia Royster.
Good evening, CASA family, friends, and staff. I want to start off by saying thank you to the teachers and staff for your unwavering support and motivation to push our graduating class to success. We truly couldn't do it without you. CASA is many things: a place to grow, a place that welcomes failure with a chance to start over, and for a lot of us, CASA was an escape from somewhere we didn't feel welcome or just wasn't the space we were meant to be in. I think we can all agree that CASA is like a fungus. It just grows on you. And now I love what it means for our journey as people. A couple of weeks ago, Ms. Flood, technically Ms. Kowalik, asked our CP12 class if we felt welcome at CASA. My answer at the time was no, which isn't true, at least anymore. When you're in the moment, all you can see is the negative, but as I started reflecting on my time here, as one does when something is about to end, I thought back on when I first transferred to CASA. It was what I think of as the year of the transfers, or the year of the COVID babies. Not only was it our first time in a real classroom, it was the first time we got to be around people again. From then to now, we've been granted the pleasure to learn skills that will last a lifetime, and the value of perseverance when it comes to your passion. Most importantly, we've learned to be kind, be great, be you, and create ourselves like true CASA chameleons. As we venture into real life, wherever it takes us, whether it's furthering your education, taking time to find yourself, going straight into the workforce, we are creating our legacies with the foundation of what we've learned academically and from each other, whether it's street smarts, how to be social, or how to stand up for yourself, or whatever you believe in. In this world that's constantly changing, I welcome endless possibilities for all of us graduates. We are responsible for not only the future of this country, but ourselves, our communities, and the mark we make for everyone to come. Let us remember to take risks no matter how uncomfortable and continue to fail, learn, and get better. As the best versions of ourselves, today we celebrate our achievements and say goodbye to high school and hello to whatever comes next. And as the real world starts to settle in, let us face it with determination and resilience that brought us to this point. Let us continue to support each other as we go our separate ways and celebrate our collective potential to make real change. You see, the old way, in closing, you all knew this was coming. Tupac once said, you gotta make a change. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive. This is our new normal. We have the power to break stigmas and be successful as we follow our dreams, even if they change. So congrats, class of 2024, we did it. Now I would like to introduce our next student speaker, Amani Weary.
Hello, CASA! How we doing out there? My name is Amani Weary. I want to start this off because I know we might be a little tired. I know it's hard to sit through a lot of speeches. They're all amazing. Can we hear a hand for all of our amazing speakers? Now, I'm gonna give you a brain break. So if you need to stand and stretch, I'm gonna count down from 10. If you need to put your arms in the air, if you need to make a noise, I got you. Ready? Down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. What did you just yell? We're done. No more noise. Okay, I'm ready. Are we excited? Oh, I know I am. I am honored to be one out of all of the amazing students giving a speech today. Now, I know it might be quite a shocker that I'm up here right now because I'm not really a big public speaker. But here I am. I began this speech on Friday, January 12th. This isn't a very special day. I just happened to think of this idea now, so why not remember it? The idea of this speech is that I'll continue throughout the year up until the final day. Our final day. Today. At this time of the year, a lot of us are freaking out, trying to figure out if we've made the right decision. Did we apply to the right colleges that we needed to? Is this the right topic for my essay? Is this the song or dance or piece I should be submitting? Is this really what I want to do? Future me. Did I figure it all out? Well, hello, January Amani. I think you need to take a deep breath. Sometimes we need to remember that every decision we make right now doesn't decide our future. As 17 and 18-year-olds, we all have so much of our lives ahead of us. We may not be going to the college that we thought we were going to be going to, or working at the job that we thought we'd have, but we're all hitting this milestone today. So yes, January Amani, we figured it out for now, but there's always more to come. Today is February 1st, the night of my final mid-year. I watched as the underclassmen finished their piece. They did such an amazing job, and I'm so proud of all of their work. I trust in the future of CASA because of these kids. Even if I don't know all of them, it feels like it because I was them. We were all them. As I watched them take their bows, I cried. It was their first bow, yet it was soon to be our last as a senior class. Aw, February Amani is so sappy. Let's do a cry check because I need to see if we're doing our jobs correctly. So, no one? Oh, I gotta really dig in. Okay. So, I look back now on how much all of us have grown as artists, and I could not be more proud. Every single senior has gone through so much personal growth as well as artistic. We put together an amazing show along with our juniors. I'm gonna miss them a lot. And even if this is our final bow as a class, I'm sure it is not the last bow a lot of us will take. There's so much talent and intelligence in this class, and whether your next bow is on a stage or the next rocket to fly into space, draw names, we'll all do something to deserve one. So, don't think of it as your final bow. Think of it as a stepping stone to your next. Tonight is April 20th, the night of prom. Everyone looked so beautiful, and this might just have been my favorite CASA prom. Being here tonight reminded me how much I love our school. We were able to come together, grades 9 through 12, and have the time of our lives, even if there were a few hiccups along the way. I'm so thankful for the student council members who were able to pull together a beautifully decorated room. As I jumped around listening to Sweet Caroline, running around the room and just thinking about all the friends I've made at this amazing school, it really hit me that these are the people I would be walking the stage with in just a few months. I wouldn't want it to be with anyone else. Hi, it's me again. So, I need to tell y'all a little story about prom. So, the day before, I get a text from one of my best friends. She's out there somewhere. And she tells me that she is millimeters away from a breakdown, and she's freaking out about prom. We have an amazing, She's freaking out about prom, and that I don't really get much information past that point. So we continue with our night. We have an amazing performance of CASA Cabaret. We get ready, we take pictures the next day, and then we go over to the Crown Plaza to help set up a few last-minute things. Now, Remember that the last I heard, everything had gone wrong, so I'm walking in here with the worst in mind. I get through the door, and it is beautiful. I don't know how they pulled it off. Somebody must have had some magical hands, but they did it. Through all the trials and tribulations, yeah, they made something beautiful. And I can't help but think of us. We've gone through so much together, years and years of crazy things that I won't mention today, but will make really good stories when we're older. But what I love about us is that we'll always make something of it. There's always some sort of outcome that we may not have expected, but we sure did get. It's May 24th, the night of my last CASA Live. Knowing this will be my last show with all of my peers is hard, but I know that we'll all move on to something beautiful. There was a moment in the show where the dancers stood in a line, holding hands, and as we walked forward, our seniors kept going and left the juniors in the row behind. It was a very symbolic moment that left us all in tears. Though it may feel like we're leaving them behind, I think of it as if we're moving on and leaving them to pave a new way for our school. I'm honored to have shared a stage with every single one of you. And hey, it was a rough week, but we pulled it off. Present day Imani here, and yes, of course, you cannot have a senior speech without talking about CASA Live. I know we're probably sick of it, so I'm gonna keep this part short. I just wanna say that seeing what we can do when we come together is truly amazing. The process may have been tedious, but wow, the outcome was incredible. You guys are all so amazingly talented, and I love what we can do when we work together as a unit. Well, I'm gonna wrap my speech up, but of course I need to finish off with my thank yous. Thank you so much to every single teacher who has put up with us over the past few years. For our academic teachers, you've been so understanding when it comes to show weeks or us being tired and worn out. Not only that, but you always make sure that we're mentally doing okay and are always willing to put in the time inside and outside of class to keep us thriving. Going into an art school, a lot of the time academics can become a second thought, but you are able to make it fun and enjoyable for your classes. I may have come to CASA to dance, but I've learned and grown so much because of our academic teachers. I also would like to give a big thank you to our art teachers. Especially through the CASA Live process, you guys poured your time and hearts into the show just as much as we did. This year, there was so much dedication and advocation towards our show, and we absolutely could not be where we are right now without you. Of course, oh wait, give it a hand. Hand for the teachers, hand for the teachers. Okay. Of course, no thank you would be complete without thanking our parents and guardians and anyone who has played that role in our lives. You've shaped us to be the people that we are and helped with all the little steps along the way. You're the ones willing to get us here every day, and you work around our crazy CASA Live schedules. And now, you're here to support us on our big day. So, we may be the ones receiving the diplomas today, but our teachers and parents deserve just as much credit as us because they are the reason we are here today. So, thank you 1,000 times, and words could never describe how much we appreciate you. To my class, we did it! We made it! We're done! I'm so proud of us, and I cannot wait to see where our next chapter goes. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. I know it was a tedious task, but now I'm done. I will introduce Dr. Bruner to say a few words.
Thank you to all the student speakers. At this time, we will begin the distribution of diplomas. In recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as CEO of CASA Charter School, I certify that these students have met the graduation requirements of CASA Charter School, and I take great pleasure in recommending to you the graduating class of 2024. Let's go! Mr. Griffith, CASA Board of Trustees Chair, please join me at the podium.
Good evening. I'm pleased to be here to represent the Board of Trustees for CASA, and I'd like to congratulate the class of 2024. Acknowledging the certification and the recommendation by the CEO and by the authority vested in me as the President of the Board of Trustees, I'm pleased to present to you the graduating class of 2024 for the conferring of diplomas.
At this time, the graduates will take the stage for the presentation of their diplomas. First row, please rise. Carmelo David Alvarez. We got this. Congratulations. John Richard Ames. Jayshawn Kent Bobbitt. Congratulations. Melody Carsey. Adriana Riley Chavez. Kai Johan Civello. Second row, please rise. Delaney Grace Clifford. Abigail Caroline Crozier. Emily Anid Cruz. Alexa Sky De Palma. Noam D. Julio. Avery Dreyer. Della Jamaica. Guinevere Haley Grace. Samuel Scott Hale. Shannon Sophia Halkias. Moses Handy. Congratulations. Braden David Shahone Hilty. Madeline Rose Holland. Athena Afred Mendoza Irani. Anel Jolise Jones. Ava Grace Sylvie Kaplan. Molly Kitchen. Gabrielle Sia Pakiwa. Corinne Lee Lawson. Third row, please rise. Amari Lee Melendez. Camille Diane Montgomery. Farida Sani Musa. Don't forget this. Congratulations. Ali Louise Delp Nicotera. Congratulations. You're welcome. Isabel Miriam Pena. Caleb Peter Pettengill. Congratulations. Charlotte Rose Phillips. Willow Liberty Helfrich Pulaski. Aiden Jalil Randolph. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jenna Elizabeth Rhodes. Denia Michelle Royster. Annalicia Ren Gabrielle Salcido. Alyssa Nicole Slatke. Congratulations. Sydney Taylor Smith. You're welcome. Damon Tang. Penn Treves. You're good. You're good. Congratulations. Natalie Abigail Twig. Donovan Roland Van Gerpen. Congratulations. Amani Rose Weary. Congratulations. Desaya Sumay Wright. Congratulations. Yeah. To the members of the 11th graduating class of CASA, let me be the first to offer my warmest congratulations to you and my very best wishes for a rewarding and fulfilling life filled with much love and happiness. Thank you, parents, family members, staff, and board members for your support of these students throughout their educational journey. Graduates, will you all rise? Graduates, at this time, you may move your tassels, signifying your graduation. This day signifies a new beginning for each of you. You can truly create yourself. As we close out this evening, it's only fitting that we end your last day of high school the way you've started each morning. Let's hear it one more time from our principal, Mrs. Leonard.
Good evening, CASA Chameleons. Just a friendly reminder here. Always remember to be kind, be great, be you, and remember to create yourself today, CASA Chameleons. Have a great day. Graduates, you are dismissed.